Hello everyone and welcome back to another Black Desert video. So today I wanted to show you how much Black Shrine bosses actually make. A few people have been asking me ever since the Golden Pig King came out as well. And I made a video a while back just showing you, but with the update, with the new boss, I think I'd show you. So this is what I did this week. And I always said that they are actually worth doing. And it's right after reset. So here's what I did this week. 8, 9, 10 Sangoon, 8, 9 for Golden Pig. I wish they gave more slots so you can actually do 8, 9, 10 for both of them, but that's what it is. And then for the weeklies, I did hard modes for the easy ones. And so, yeah, the idea of all of this is mostly just doing it because the rewards come in. And I think it is worth it just to do even the solo ones, if you can do it as well, just because they give you a lot of decent rewards. And so, yeah, here we are. Here are the rewards for what I got. And I'm going to show you what you can get. And then after that, I'm going to show you or just talk about some of the bosses, what I think you should do as beginners, or just like what gives you the most rewards in general. So anyway, with that said, let's open all these boxes and show you how much we made this week. So let's open the solo boxes. Starting with Calamity 8 Golden Pig. So basically, you look at all the things that it gives for just beating it, which is ultimately what matters. If you get in the top, like, what was it, like top 10 or something? Or like top 3, you get a small bonus, but ultimately it's not that big of a deal. All right, starting off Bundle 1. The important thing you get out of here is the Essence of Dawn. Everyone needs them, no matter if you're in the mid tier or the end game. We're almost done, thankfully. 200 mil, and then the Trace of Thunderbolt for the Voltarian horse that I'll just get eventually, soon TM. But the highlight is the Essence of Dawn, and then you get other bonus things, which we got a Debo. But we'll calculate the totals afterwards. All right, Calamity 9 Golden Pig. So basically, we got that again. Another 200 Voltarian, Essence of Dawn. Remember when these Gearins tiers were 5 billion? Yeah, me too. Not anymore. They're like hard minimum, at least on the NA server. So what you're going for is basically Essence of Dawn. All right, let's talk about all these. Calamity 8 Sangoon. More Essence of Dawns. You could just sell these Embers, by the way. Like, I think 500 of these turns into a Deboreka earring. Oh, wait, no, it doesn't. There's another thing that turns into... No, wait, those flames turn into the thing for the Dawn gloves. The other thing I was thinking of was... Where is it? Yeah, these things. Tears of Illusions. Those turn into Deboreka earrings, which I don't think are actually worth it. I'm not sure the value on it, but you're going to have to check the Debo prices to see if they're worth crafting, but I don't think they are. Okay, so Calamity 9 Sangoon. I hate that we still cheer for this one. Oh, wait, we opened 10. I was like, wait, 14 for a 9? But yeah, if you do Calamity 10, basically you get 14 to 15, and then Calamity 9 is 8 to 9 Essence of Dawn, and then Calamity 8 is, I think, either 4 to 5 or 5 to 6, one of those two. But to highlight, what you're going for are Essence, Money, and Trace of Thunderbolt if you care. And then Calamity 9, we got... Oh, we got double Gearin steers. 2 of them today. Too bad they're not worth anything. And then a Crystal of Darkness, whatever. Alright, so... Let's see, what is this? We did Uturi, 2 Bulgasils, and 2 Jigwees. Let's open this one. These are the weekly bosses, by the way, that you do with a group. So in here, these are guaranteed. 450, I think this is like 500 mil each in gold bars. That's guaranteed no matter how you place. If you're dead last or first, I believe you get the same. The Boss Blitz token that we're going to get eventually for the new title. And then all of these are guaranteed. And then the Deborekas are a bonus. All right. Bulgasil. Let's open one at a time. Oh my god, another Gearin that's worth nothing to me. Oh my. Dude, Debo belts are actually kind of on the low. Man. Next. Oh, a triple Debo. 4 Gearin tiers. Dude, that back in the day, dude, that would have been like 20 billion silver. Not anymore. That feels kind of bad when you think about it. And then let's open one at a time. Yeah, this is more like the average bundle. You get like maybe 1 Debo guaranteed. If you like, that's a average bundle of 1 Debo. But you always get 50 Capris, which is always nice. And then we'll talk about what you can do with all the other ones. Double Debos, an Azahal one, kind of irrelevant. And what is this one? Rank 6 for whatever I placed in. Oh, okay. All right, so let me tell you, what do you use these coins on? You could use them. I would personally get the strange, or not the strange and beautiful herbs. What are those? Let me show you. Where is it? Yeah, these things. If you're a life skiller, you turn these into the miraculous herbal medicine, which you could turn into these, and they are worth a lot more than the market price because they give you like 500 energy, and then for an hour it's plus 30. So if you do gather, that's like billions of silver if you know what you're doing. So yeah, if you're trying to push guru or higher guru levels, this is definitely something worth doing. So that's what I would definitely recommend crafting with those. But yeah, let's calculate all of our totals, and let's pull out the calculator. Count the gold bars. That's about 2.5 billion. This is guaranteed. And then plus another 750 mil is 3.25. And then this is another 2.5. So it's like 3.5 billion. Just off of gold bars alone. And then let's calculate the total Capra stones. Let's round it down at 2 million each. We got 250, no less, 252. So that's about another 500 mil. So that's about 4 billion right off the bat from that. And then we could calculate this one at 2 point. That's another 120 times 2. It's probably like 0.3 plus 0.3. So that's 4.3 off the bat. And then 42 Essence of Dawn. They are max price on NA. So that's another 4.2 billion. Already 8.5 billion. We're not even at the Debos and everything. We got 4 Gearin tiers, which is kind of lucky. So 0.8 on that one. And let's calculate all the Debos. We got 4 of these. Let's assume these are, I'm going to round down just because taxes and everything. So we got 4 of these. Let's say 400 mil each, right? It's probably a little bit less. So plus another 1.6. And then how much are these? Debarekas are, let's just say 0.9. And then 3 of these Debareka earrings. Let's just say 700 mil each, plus another 2.1. And then let's just say 400 each again, plus another 0.8. So yeah, with that said, and then all the other bonuses that we got, we could round it up. It's probably a little bit less, but let's just say we got about 15 billion silver. That's kind of a lot. So for all of you who didn't believe me and aren't doing your weekly bosses, you should probably start doing that. So this is what I get. I would say this is like a little bit above average. I got kind of lucky this week. Usually I don't get 4 of these. Yeah. So what you should be aiming for as a guarantee is Essence of Dawn. These will always sell, at least for the near future, because everyone needs this one. you'll get guaranteed gold bars, and then you'll get guaranteed capper stones, and then at least a few of them. If you do it on normal, you don't get the full Deboreka. What you get is, when I first started doing these, I did them on normal, and then you get these thingies. So you can exchange these. The best one to get, at least here on the NA server, is probably the earring. So we got another one. Well, that's puts us over 15 billion, that's for sure. And then, yeah, so with that said, you guys literally saw what my weekly loot was in about, 1 hour of your time. That was like at least 15 billion. So let's talk about some bosses. All right. If you are starting these now and you're a beginner, I would recommend doing Calamity 5 to 7. This is people who are like mid-tier gear and can't do Calamity 8 to 10 yet. So the easiest ones to do are Sangoon, Bamboo Legion, and probably Golden Pig. Those are the ones you should probably be learning. In my opinion, the Moon ones are the easiest ones to do, like entry-level beginners. The Sun ones are a little bit like a step up from the easy, and the Earth ones are generally the hardest, minus Sangoon. Sangoon is very easy to learn, and one of them you should probably start doing because Calamity 8, 9, 10 is easy to do. Well, not easy, but it's not that bad. And then Golden Pig King, it's kind of annoying to do. So either way, for all the people who are like, oh, I want to do 8, 9, 10, but I don't meet the 350, 330 AP requirement. If you are around the area, like let's say 310 AP, here's what you should do. You should get a Nuver, and then because it gives you a plus 11, or I guess like assuming this is a Capra 0 Pen Nuver, right? And then you have like a Pen Black Star. These are probably pretty cheap these days. Your goal is to just get into the thing. So you just basically put this on. It'll put you up into that AP bracket of like whatever is, I guess tells you your AP. It doesn't matter if you're Succession or Awakening. And yeah, so if you're trying to get them in, but you don't quite meet the 330 to 350 AP, just put on a Nuver. And then I have personally tested it. If you're going to get hit by a mechanic, it doesn't matter if you're using a Kudum or Nuver. You're probably getting one-shotted unless you're a Zerker. So ultimately, the time might be a little bit different, but your ultimate goal is you're not pushing score. You're getting into to get the clear, right? So yeah, there's that. And let's talk about some weekly bosses. Okay, so what are the ones that beginners should try? In my opinion, from the ones that I've done, Bolg, easiest one to do on both normal and hard. Entry level, Jigwe is a little bit of a step up. It has a few one-shot mechanics if you're not careful, but ultimately not that difficult. Uturi, probably the third one. Like, we're starting from bottom easiest to going to the highest. Uturi it's not that bad. It's kind of like, you kind of need some DP or damage reduction evasion just because ads kind of build up if you don't control them. And then I've seen them just burst people down. But other than that, like mechanically, it's not difficult. Bong Wang it's not difficult. It's more of a just like it takes a long time if your group is not super geared. Simply because like it just has a lot of weird phases, not much downtime in terms of damage bursting. And then I would say Byung is very mechanically intense. It stays in the center more or less a lot. It kind of moves around, but mostly it's mechanically heavy. I don't even know what normal is. I've straight into hard mode, and then that's about it. And then Blue Clad and Crown Prince I haven't done, but I've seen other people do it to the point where I think in a few tries I would be able to get it. But either way, Blue Clad, next up on the list. It's memory games and puzzles, basically. If you've done the Land in the Morning Light stories, it's basically like tutorial mode, so you've done it then. Crown Prince, you just need a good group, straight up. Don't get hit. You know how to play your class, and this is probably the hardest one to do. So you need gear, you need a good group, and that's about it. So either way, beginners, Bolg, Jig, Uturi, Bong, and Byung if you want to do 5, or just cycle through like Bolg, Jigwe, Uturi on your main, and then your tag you do 2 more. So that's about it. With that said, that's all I wanted to talk about. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions or need help with any bosses, join the Discord. One thing I want to do is actually interact with and play with more subscribers and everything. So if you are within the gear range, even if it's like, what, 330-ish, just, you know, to get in, yeah, maybe join my Discord. Let me know what your gear is, and if I do the weekly bosses sometime, I'll just ping people, and if you want in, it's first come, first serve. That's about it. I'm happy to help people. I can explain mechanics, and I just want to help people get in and get their clears as well, so they can learn it and so on. And that's about it. So with that said, I'll see you guys tomorrow. If you're new to your channel, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.